The inevitable end. Retribution. Here is Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker, who died as they lived, by the gun. Bonnie is seen leaning against Clyde.
Bullets collide with Bonnie.
Clyde
This
was a
right
master
here is the
gunman.
last poem she wrote. Bonnie and Clyde for life, this is a vibe for life. I'm feeling high tonight, don't wanna snap back to reality. Leaving any pain trapped in the cavity. Depression is an illness and I don't wanna add to the casualties. So let's keep this uplifting. Grab a Rizla and grind it and start to crush piffin. Grab a cup of some liquor and you can start sipping. Do whatever you wanna do as long as your heart's lifting. My palms itching, I start drifting away. You can't miss this art which I display. And I couldn't be more distant from sane. Still me against me, the same fixture remains. Still a lot for the mind, only the time can stop me. On top of this pile, nothing inside can drop me. And this right here's the last poem she wrote before officers fired and bullets collide with Bonnie.
Clyde Barrow's mania, his gun, fights at last by the law. 2 sawed-off shotguns, 2 machine rifles, 10 automatic pistols, and 1,500 rounds of ammunition.
Bullets collide with Bonnie. This right here's the last poem she wrote before. Bullets collide with Bonnie, collide with Clyde and Bonnie. I partly feel the spirit of Miss Bonnie Parker through this Parker pen as she begins to write this for me. She lived a high life, it came with a life of worry and I don't need to recite the story to shine a light on the type of gory insights of this televised the story in 1934 where they were both shot dead. It took 2 whole years before the cops got them. And they were only young but still I guess that they weren't too young to steal, too young to shoot or too young to kill. They lived by the gun fired at will. For every single heart was killing and violent robbery. To a few it means grief, to the law it's relief. That right there's the last poem she wrote before officers fired and bullets collide with Bonnie.
The Barrow and Parker death cause. Every one of these holes was made by the steel-jacketed bullets from the high-powered rifles in the hands of the officers. Many of these bullets passed entirely through the door on Clyde's side.
Bullets collide with Bonnie. This right here's the last poem she wrote before.
Passed through her body, then out through the door on her side of the car. The officers were on the left side of the road, nearest the driver. This explains the fact that Bonnie's body had more bullet holes than Clyde's.
Bullets collide with Bonnie. This right here's the last poem she wrote
But
before.
after having killed 14 people, most of whom were officers of the law, and having come safely through so many gun battles, it did not seem advisable to fire just 1 bullet.
Bullets collide with Bonnie, and this right here's the
In the
last poem
last
she
few
wrote.
words of Bonnie's own poem, which she penned just prior to her death. To a few it means grief, to the law it's relief, but it's death to Bonnie and Clyde.